Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trucking from Scratch with David McGill. And in today's video, we're going to cover the 5 biggest expenses that you're going to see in your trucking business. Now, before we get started, in the last video that I shot at this location, y'all were on my head in the comment section about the volume of that video. So I made a few adjustments and hopefully everything is straight now. Now, the first big expense is going to be your equipment costs. And that's the cost of your truck and or your trailer. Now, before the pandemic, you could buy a truck for $20, $30, $40, maybe even $50,000. But once the pandemic hit, the prices have skyrocketed. So you'll typically spend around $1 million on a truck today.
$1 million.
Also, before the pandemic, you could get a nice trailer for, $10, $15, or $20,000. But nowadays, you're going to spend at least $500,000 on a good trailer. Now, hopefully, you know that I'm joking about the prices of the equipment post-pandemic. But the point still remains the same, that your equipment costs are what's going to be some of your highest expenses in your trucking business. Now, another big expense you're going to encounter in your trucking business is insurance. Now, depending on the experience and the driving record of your driver, your insurance rate is gonna vary, but it's not uncommon. I've seen insurance quotes for the year anywhere from $12,000 all the way up to $30,000 for the year. Now, the way that you can control your insurance costs is by making sure either you or your driver has a good driving record. You also have the required experience that your insurance company wants to see, and it's also a good idea to have good credit, because some insurance companies actually look at the credit of the trucking business owner in order to calculate a rate for them. Now, whether or not you're an owner operator or you're hiring owner operators as 1099 contractors or W-2 employee company drivers, payroll is going to be one of your biggest expenses in your business. If you're paying a driver anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a week, that's $50,000 to $100,000 a year in driver pay. Then on top of that, if you're paying W-2 employees, you're going to be responsible for another 7% in payroll taxes. So you can see that over time, payroll is definitely going to be one of your larger numbers, one of your larger expenses in your trucking business. Now, the fourth major expense you're going to have is your fuel costs. Now, let's say you're averaging 2,500 miles a week and your truck is getting about 5 miles a gallon. If the fuel costs are $3.50 per gallon, then you'll be spending close to $1,700 a week in fuel alone. So if you take that number and spread it out across the year, you can see how that'll be a pretty significant number at the end of the year. Close to $100,000 at those averages. So fuel is one of the major expenses that you're going to have with your trucking business. Now, in that example, I use 5 miles per gallon as your fuel efficiency. Now, if you're looking to improve your fuel efficiency and get more miles per gallon and ultimately save your fuel costs, then it's going to be important that you use high quality products like Shell Rotella's T6 synthetic heavy duty engine oil. Now, not only does a product like the T6 help you get better fuel efficiency, but it also helps keep your repair costs down and helps you get more life out of your engine. Now, if you want to know where you can find Shell Rotella's products, then check out the link below in the description. Interestingly enough, I got a call from my diesel mechanic, Reese, a few days ago, and he said, I saw your little video, and just so happens that I only use Shell Rotella at the shop. And so I thought that was pretty cool. Well, not the part about him calling my video Lil, but the part where he said he only uses Shell Rotella. Now, that leads right into the last major expense that I'm going to cover in this video, and that is maintenance and repairs. Now, blowouts and tire changes, oil changes, repairs, all of this stuff is going to add up over time because it's inevitable. It's bound to happen in the trucking space. So maintenance and repairs is for sure going to be one of your major expenses in the trucking business. Now, one thing that you can do to make sure that you're keeping those costs as low as possible is by making sure you're having your equipment inspected before and after every trip by you or your driver, and also making sure you're staying up on your scheduled maintenance from a certified diesel technician. Now, if you find yourself in the Indianapolis area and you need a high quality technician, then make sure you check out my boy Reese over at Mr. Fleet Solutions off of West 96th Street. His information will be in the description of the video as well. Now, once again, I want to thank Shell Rotella for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you found this video helpful, then let me know in the comment section, or if you have anything you want to add, go ahead and leave that in the comment section too. Now, if you like this video, then like this video by giving it a thumbs up. And last but not least, if you know anybody else who could benefit from this information, make sure you share this video with them. And as always, thanks again for watching. Now, if you stuck around to this part of the video, I want you to do me a favor. If the sound quality is better on this video than the last video that I recorded in this studio, I need you to go to the comment section and spam the comment section with how good the sound quality has improved. Because in that last video, like, y'all was killing me in the comment section. So go ahead and do me that favor and jump in the comment section and comment on the quality of this sound in this video.